So this is what they call obituary. But I want to give you a 30-year history of my life. So you can do something with your life without excuses. This is not just church stuff. What she's going to read is from some of the most powerful people in the country. Talking about your dad. Starting in my 20s to now. And you gotta make sure you do something that's significant. I was dominant. Everything I touched, from school districts to prisons, dominant. I was the best. Okay? Because that was my lane, that was my gift, that was my training. Am I good at everything? No, nobody is. But whatever lane you're gonna be in, dominate it. I was focused, disciplined, and these people, when you're gonna read, they spoke about my character, my integrity, and my field. So let's start with the first one. Now, the first one you probably heard, you guys with me on Sunday. This is from...
No, that's not the first one.
Okay. So the first one's
from
from
my... start on that one?
No. From the first page. This is from my mentor, who met when I was 25 years old, in my church in Allen. Read the whole thing, please.
The above name has played a pivotal part... Minister Emmanuel Hanaya. The above name has played a pivotal part in the establishment of the Young Men's Rites of Passage program of the Greater Allen Cathedral of New York. ROP is an 8-month intensive mentoring program for boys 13 through 18 years of age. It involves both personal and group mentoring designed to steer young men from deviance to responsible, productive lifestyles. In its 6 years of operation, ROP has graduated hundreds of youth, many of whom have successfully graduated college or in the process of doing so. Others are already in impressive and professional occupations. Mr. Hanaya has played a significant part in all of their lives as the first assistant coordinator for a number of years. Mr. Hanaya currently serves as an effective facilitator, workshop leader. His knowledge of current issues youth face, such as gangs, crime, street life, premarital sex, and the drug culture, makes his presentations unique, creative, and effective. It is our pleasure to work with Mr. Hanaya and to liaise with him on any projects in which he is involved. Sincerely, Reverend Paul A. Leacock.
And what church is that from?
The Greater Allen Cathedral.
So that was from
2002.
1995 to the early 2000s. Read the next one.
The Senate State of New York, 2001. Dear Mr. Hanaya, for many years I have been aware of your dedication, concern, and diligence in the community. The programs which you have implemented for job readiness, community involvement, and gang violence prevention among our youth answering a need that would otherwise go unanswered. I count it an honor to write this letter of recommendation on your behalf. I have seen firsthand your determined and caring nature, backed by faithfulness and dependability. From a personal standpoint, I want to personally thank you for the role you have played in my own son's life and the impact you have had on him. It is clear to me that you are gifted in your work. I pray that you will have the opportunity to work with many more young people in our schools and churches in the future. Please do not hesitate to contact me if I can be of assistance to you in any way. Sincerely, Michael A. Smith, State Senator, 10th District.
Now, that's the senator's son who was in trouble, and because he understood my role in the community, personally asked me to help his son. And this is a powerful man who worked in Albany in the Senate, New York State. That was 2002, I believe you wrote that, right?
2001.
Okay. So the next one is from...
Excuse me. The
That's
mayor.
From the mayor, okay.
2023.
Okay.
That's for 20 years, basically. To whom it may concern, it is my pleasure to provide this letter of reference for Emmanuel Hanaya. Mr. Hanaya serves as a volunteer chaplain in our community through Heart of Compassion Ministries. His work with young adults and at-risk youth have been a strong passion of his for many years. His involvement in correctional facilities, school districts, and community organizations have made an impact on many lives. Our community faces many problems, but of great concern to me is our youth. I am passionate about mentoring and reaching out to young people who face some significant challenges in their lives. It is through the work of people like Emmanuel Hanaya that our young people have someone looking out for them and help them make better choices. He truly believes in the character-building qualities that young people need now to help make them better adults in the future. The City of Mesquite is grateful for the work that Chaplain Hanaya brings to our senates, to our residents, and I'm proud to share his service to others. Sincerely, Dan Alleman, Mayor.
Okay, so these are powerful people talking about your dad. Next letter.
This is back to 2001. Dear Mr. Naya, I'm writing this letter to inform you that your expertise on gang violence, awareness, and prevention has been greatly appreciated during this time that we have worked together. Your outstanding ability to strategically conduct pupil PTA and faculty workshops has given the teaching and administrative staff of District Number 29 a better understanding of how to combat this menacing and deadly gang violence that is plaguing our society. We look forward to continuing our collaborative effort with your organization in the future for the further enhancement and development of our community, our schools, and especially our youth. Thank you for your diligence and concern in this matter. Sincerely, Michael Bloom, Director of Project Youth.
That's District 29 School District in Queens. I had a meeting there. Your mom had brilliant writing. I couldn't put it all together in paper. This was early 2000s. And she said, don't worry, we're going to get it, Manny. And they paid me $150 an hour to run my program in the school district because of your mother's help.
Dear Mr. Hanaya, after another semester of collaboration, the Roosevelt Union Free School District would like to express appreciation for the support that you provided through PREP Consultant Services. The Behavior Modification Program, fondly referred to as the PrEP Kids, has helped select students face their issues, enhance their character, and refocus on education. In addition, the parental and staff development workshops facilitated by PrEP Consult Services provided insights into how we can combat the negative influences of the gang violence within the school community in order to provide a safe haven for students. These workshops were invaluable, knowing that gang influences cause our youth to underachieve in their academic endeavors. We are encouraged by this collaboration, which has helped to reduce the risk of negative behaviors while supporting a safe haven for our children. We look forward to a continued collaboration with you and PrEP Consultant Services for the betterment of our schools and community. Dr. Faith Von Shavu, Director of State and Federal Programs.
That's another school district in Long Island that was having severe problems. Your mother and you was a baby about it. We was in the kitchen and she's like, Manny, look at this on the news. She said, you need to contact that school district. I contact them. We did a presentation. They paid me $500 a day. I was working 2-3 hours a day. So those are 2 different school districts.
Wow.
Right? And this is all in my lane of expertise.
To whom it may concern, from time to time I'm requested to provide a letter of recommendation for various individuals for many reasons. However, it is a special privilege for me to support the appointment of Mr. Emmanuel Hanaya for the position in which he is applying. I have known Mr. Hanaya for over 6 years as a religious volunteer at Woodbourne Correctional Facility. Mr. Hanaya has been very inspirational in providing incarcerated men with hope and encouragement through his guidance and spiritual teaching. Mr. Hanaya is a caring individual, which makes him ideally suited for the position in which he's applying for. I sincerely believe Mr. Hanaya, by the virtue of his education and experience, will be an asset to your agency. Sincerely yours, Reverend Moses Santiago.
Right, that's the state
2001.
prison, in New York. Applying for something. So I think it's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, last letter. Yeah.
To whom it may concern, my name is Jonathan B. Strange. I am a chaplain here at the George Beto Unit in Tennessee Colony, Texas. I'm writing this letter on behalf of Chaplain Emmanuel Hanaya. Chaplain Hanaya's volunteer services in 2016, coming once a month for Sunday services. Since February 2019, he has been a faithful volunteer for our faith-based program, a TDCJ rehabilitation program here on Beto Unit, coming once a week, 3 times a month, teaching and ministering to approximately 200 inmates ages from 18 years older.
Okay.
Jonathan B. Strange, Chaplain,
Yes.
2020.
So now currently, I'm talking to funding people that's going to help expand what I'm doing in terms of the correctional facility rehabilitation, and they're going to give me a lot of money because of the body of work. Your body of work will get you to the finish line.
What does that mean?
That means from we read that letter, I was in my 20s to now 56. That's a body of work. Whatever skill set, whatever area expertise that you can prove in writing, and what you've done, and people can speak for you, that's how you're going to scale. Okay, so whatever you're going to do, I'm not saying to be like me. I'm saying write your own resume, write your own body of work. I was so focused. I knew what my lane was because God gave me that, and I had mentors that helped me go to school in my area. and get training and certifications, and then I work in these systems. So I don't need nobody talking for me. I can talk for myself. Because when I die, if you gotta put me in the ground, they're gonna tell you all these things about your dad, but you already know it. So I want to encourage you. My mission right now, is to fund your vision. Whatever vision. When I come to you and I say, what do you feel you need to do with your life? What do you feel? You prayed about it. You put research in. I want to fund your vision, but I'm not giving you no money for you to go shopping. You got to know what area you want to be an entrepreneur and make your money grow. Okay, this is what it's all about for me right now. All about making sure my kids' future is secure financially, because that's a problem right now, right? It's a problem in a lot of families. Lack, money. Now you gotta grind. I did my grinding. There's a point in my life I couldn't do those things. I was working Cheaters, UPS, and I had all this experience. You just read it. But I couldn't do that kind of work back then because I had 2 kids. And that kind of work pulls on you. You know what I mean? You gotta be in the field. I couldn't be in the field, so I had to take mediocre jobs just to be responsible. But now those days are over. I can get back in my lane, which I am, and now things are going to explode. Okay, so I just want to read that to you, encourage you, focus on what you want to do next 5 or 10 years. What you want to do, right? What you want to do. You're going to school? Great. What you going to do with that degree? Getting a certification? Great. What you going to do with that certification? Because I have freedom. Nobody controls my time anymore. And everybody needs to get to that place. I had to put work in. It wasn't easy, but no father in my life. Mother died at 21. I was lost. How did I achieve all that? My faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, my mentors. You're going to need both. Okay? You're going to need both. I had great mentors. Even today, I still have the same people that wrote that letter still in my life, 30 years later. You're going to need help. But they helped me achieve what was in my heart to do. Right? They didn't try to control me. They encouraged me. They didn't play games with me, and it worked. So I want to encourage you, whatever that thing is, whatever I can help. Sometime this year we're going to talk. I'm going to call each one of you individually. I'm talking to you now, but what I'm going to do is going to be individual. But I need to know from you, and you need to write it down, whatever that vision is, whatever that plan is for your life to scale. What is it? Because I got to see it in writing. I'm a numbers guy, and I needed paperwork. I got to see what you're talking about. What's your roadmap? That's what my mentor did. He said, you got all this skill, work with young people, and you're working for a company that's not paying you for what you're worth. He told me this in 2000. I was challenged. I'm like, man, what am I going to do? I was making like maybe less than $15 an hour. Helping this other organization with all the stuff that you read in that letter. That was my skill, but I should have created my own. He was challenging me, create your own program, dummy. And he was right. And it worked. And you read it. So working for people is very respectful. But when you birth something that you can be free is great. Whatever that is. Judah, there was a time I couldn't do my passion. I worked all those places, I had to put it on hold. But I picked it back up. So you pick yours back up one day. So what you're doing now, that's responsible. That's respectful. But don't bury your gift and your vision for nobody. You got to do that right now. I had to do it. 508, I had to grind. UPS, Cheetahs, IHOP, driving. I hated a lot of that stuff. But that was my responsibility. And I said, one day, I'm going to get back in my lane, what I do best, and I'm going to be free. And that happened. So sometimes you just got to grind, right? You got to respect that job, get there on time, use that job like I did to leverage your vision. I remember I had Mr. Torres at the house. Mm-hmm. That was my vision for real estate stuff. He was showing me things, and I had to pay him. It was tough, but I didn't give up. because I had a vision to do other things, but my time was not free. So I just want to encourage you. I just want to let you know where I've been, how hard it was. It was a lot of work. I remember I just gave up watching TV. I was studying 12 hours a day, 15 hours a day. It was no joke. I was so focused to break that curse. Because everybody in my family was going to jail. Uncle Ray, Tim, Jerry, going to jail. Sisters making babies with different men. People getting high. I said, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. I love them. I'm not judging them. But I got to do something with my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Put the freaking work in.
Mm.
It's going to cost friends. It's going to cost hanging out. But you can be free. And anybody that doesn't respect your vision and what you want to do, you don't need to be around them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be around them. You're trying to scale. They're trying to hold you back. You got to cut that string. And then hang out with people who wants to scale and do something with themselves. And they encourage you. You encourage each other. Yeah, I had to do that in my 20s, man. Me and Miss T was in love back then. But I had to cut it. Because she was going one way, I was going another way. So that's the price you got to pay for success. So wherever you are now, be the best. I was dominant. You read it? I was so focused as a young man. It was scary. You know why? Because everybody in my family was failing. And I knew in order for me to help them one day be in a position, I had to go higher. And show them that we can be better than hood, welfare, Section 8. We can be better than that. And my whole family respects me now. And some of them are doing well. You met Capriya. Capriya watched me. Now she got a master's degree.
Yeah, she about to get married too.
She's about to get married. She's one of the bright spots of the family. I got a few other nieces doing well. Got a house, work for the airlines, different things. So they all watched me when they were younger. Because I was one of the only ones wanting to do something besides being hood. So I just want to encourage. Nobody can talk for me but me. You come from me and your mother, and you know your mother said, go get it, she's not a joke. Look what she's done. Look at all the pressure was under her, and she still got things done. Look at that basement. That was just something she called me and said, Manny, I got this vision, what do you think? And I said, go get it. And she would call me about different renovation things, and we'd talk. Now, look, it's there. It's generating money. It's going to generate more money. The point I'm making is she put the work in. With all the obstacles and all the challenges, everything was going on around her, her body was the oldest, this, that, this. Get the work done. You cannot make excuses and waste your 20s and 30s on foolishness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love you. I don't care what you do. Smoke, drink, sex, right? I'm gonna love you conditionally.
There's other things worse. Like, what the freak?
Kill somebody, go to prison. I'm gonna love you. I may not agree with it. You know I am.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had sex since your mother.
We know.
But, so I'm gonna try to be the best I can be in whatever I do. And I can't live that lifestyle as a minister of the gospel. I can't do it. I made mistakes. I hey, cuss your mother. I was a preacher. Come on.
Dang.
But I've learned. I've learned forgiveness. But my point is, I'm gonna love you. There's nothing you can do I'm gonna be ashamed of and say, how could you do it? I'm gonna love you. I may not like it. I work with murderers, molesters, and rapists. That's what you get in that prison. That's what I work with. But I'm seeing God change their lives. Y'all seen the video I sent y'all? Those guys were in prison, not in my program, and we're really attacking recidivism. That's people going back and forth in jail. We're attacking it. And everybody's noticing. I'm getting calls all over the state. Can you help? I'm like, now you're gonna pay me.
Period.
Now you're gonna pay me.
My free days are over.
You know what the guy asked me? He said, what's your budget? I said, I need at least $250,000 just for this part. He said, you got it. He said, I want to come to the facility in January to see you work. We're cutting the check. I said, that's right, because of that body of work. That's just one person. I'm meeting with another guy Friday. Right? I said, I need $1 million+ hours of my vision for the next couple of years. He said, you got it. I'm sharing this with y'all because I love y'all and I want y'all to be encouraged. Because all the money I get is going to be for your future and my vision. That's it. But I don't need you to squander. I don't need you to play games. I need you to have a house better than this. Driving, right? Something you want to drive. Set your kids up. Right?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people who are in church, but they ain't got no vision, they ain't doing nothing.
Well,
So it's not just about that. You gotta have good balance.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I want to motivate you. I want you to be encouraged because this is your dad talking.
Thank you, Dad.
And you know, I ain't never had Happy Meal from my daddy. I don't know what it was like picking me up from school. So my odds, my obstacles were heavy to achieve anything. You know what I mean? All the odds was against me. So you have no excuse. You have no excuse. You in school, be the best. You in military, be the best. You work in a company, let them say, man, we need more like you, man. So they can start paying you more and helping you make that transition to your vision. Right? Don't give them an excuse because you're being late, you're fooling around, you're not getting paid enough. Y'all know how hard it was at IHOP and Cheetahs and all those places I was working. But I said, I won't be doing this SHIT for long.
Period. Me neither, baby.
I said, I got a plan.
Yeah.
They want to make me supervisor. UPS said, nope. 2 years, I'm gone.
Nope.
2 years, I'm gone.
You don't know.
Child's play.
Yeah, that's doggone.
You know, I was
slavery.
40 when I started there. So these young guys and these guys, I'm like,
the hours.
my hours?
Your hours would have been double.
Yeah, you going to 16-hour shifts.
They would kill me, but they would bind me from doing what I wanted to do, what I was scared to do.
Yeah.
Any questions? I don't want to preach, but I just want to, yes, baby.
I know I've asked this multiple times. I just really want details. How do you stay disciplined? How do you even get disciplined? And then how do you stay there
Okay,
on days
so
you genuinely don't feel like getting up or doing it?
that's a good question.
How do you push through that?
And you're never going to learn not asking questions, but I really have to ask questions. So, none of my brothers and sisters graduated high school. Ray, Tim, Lisa, Flo, Jerry, the first five, and I came, and then Dave and Elijah. So, education was poor. I barely graduated at 9. So for me to study, I had to do what I hated. So discipline is clean up your room even though you don't want to do it. Okay?
All right.
Cut the grass even though you don't want to do it. Go to tutorial after school instead of going to the mall with your friends. That's discipline. So you got to do what you hate, what you don't want to do, what you don't feel like doing in order to have discipline. So when I was telling them I was studying like that, I wasn't used to studying. I was a 70 average student. But I did something that mentors who had degrees and other things planted in me, and I had to execute it. So in order for execution, you got to commit to it. You got to have focus in it. Then the discipline comes because now you're putting effort into that, and that's execution. And as I was doing those good habits, it just began to build. And that's going to help you. You know, if you're exercising, you know, you sometimes you're tired, but you still go, right? You have a plan, you have a regimen, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, you know, discipline. You're eating, you eat healthy, you drink your water, that even though you don't feel like drinking, you do it anyway. When you start doing that, it's going to build a good momentum. But when you keep saying, I don't feel like it, you inhabit procrastination. You embrace it, you make love to it, you kiss it, you suck it, you do all those things.
Jesus.
Got it? I'm real graphic because I'm a preacher in the prison.
That's heavy,
Right? So you gotta kill that procrastination because it's gonna hinder your vision, hinder your future. Excuses. Okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finished.
Oh, we came just in time.
Yeah. Thank you.